thankful for the victory. It was a great game. We've had a bunch of those kind of games all year, a lot of close ones. A lot of them that have just come down to the wire, last play, last series, overtime twice. Just been one of those years for us. I want to give credit to Georgia Tech and the job they did. They came out really ready to play and took that 20-point lead, and we're playing extremely well. We were, just fighting for our lives, and it was good that we got 7 there right before the half. Had a chance to have the ball to start the second half, and only be down 2 scores was a good thing. Did have a touchdown call back, but we ended up getting 3 on the board. Marshall Morgan made every kick, which we had to have. Really proud of him, snapper and holder, protection there. There's so many little things had to go just right for us to, fight our way back in there. Defense, second half did a good job holding them to 7 points before overtime began. Some big plays that happened. So many big plays, it's hard to think of them all, but obviously the play prior to the 4th down attempt that they had at the end was big. I don't even remember who made the tackle, but got a tackle for loss there. Who was it?
Josh Harvey.
Josh Harvey got it? Or
3-yard loss.
Maybe Leonard, I don't know who.
I thought it was Floyd. Yeah.
Was it Floyd?
Floyd.
Well, they're tall and wiry, both of them. And they're both very athletic. And while we're talking about Josh Harvey, I thought he played extremely well. You got to defeat blocks, especially in the perimeter, and go make a tackle. And I thought Josh did a pretty good job of that. I'm sure everybody else had their moments as well. But just a great game, and obviously good for Hudson to get a victory as his first start. Learned it the hard way. I think he was, he wasn't totally comfortable in the beginning. Georgia Tech was running some twists, and I think Hudson just didn't feel real comfortable in the pocket, was flushing a little bit. And later on, when we began to keep the middle of that pocket safe for him, he stood in there and made some nice throws. And had some guys make great catches. And I thought Coach Bubble called a great game. And special teams, kind of hard to decide. Nothing happened that hurt us. Obviously, the extra point field goals were big. Punting, I think we punted extremely well. Adam, I think, averaged over 46 yards of punt, which was great. So, I think special teams is probably a wash for both teams, pretty much a tie. And really, the whole game was just so close. Close in yardage, close in, 3rd down conversions, close in red zone tries, and success down there. I mean, it was just very, very close game. Obviously, with overtime, close on the scoreboard as well. So I'll just open it up. Whoever has something.
Did you feel almost like you're stealing the game? That's probably a bad adjective, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, they really seem to have everything going for a long time.
Well, I knew early on offensively that we had some people open, but we just couldn't, stand there long enough to get the ball thrown to those guys. So, I felt like it was going to be a matter of time before we could begin to make some things happen offensively. But, yeah, they played great. Scoring 4 times in the first half. And, you just never know how important it is to force a field goal. Sometimes when it's happening, it just seems like the world's falling apart. But, when you get it, even we had it at 20 again, we had it at 20 at Auburn. And when it's at 20, it gives you a lot more hope than when it's at 28. I feel like you got a chance to get 3 scores and a lot of football to be played. So it's just a good game.
You talk about Todd, particularly his performance in overtime. It looked like he really stepped up.
Yeah, Todd, we kind of challenged the line. We challenged Todd. We decided we're going to run the very best, just our bread and butter plays that we believe in the most, and just see what would happen. We almost threw a pass on the first play of the second overtime, but we decided we're going to try to run that ball on 1st down one more time and just see, because we you know, we had the success, the drive prior, and even though there's some things you might like in the passing game, there's always something that could go wrong where when you run it, the worst thing that could happen is you get stuck at the line of scrimmage. I guess you could fumble it too, but, and still have more downs to play, but, you know, it just happened when we hit a crease and they're in a pressure, they're in a blitz, and thankfully, we got the ball handed off and right up the gut.
Or if our last punt hadn't gone down to